Hi guys, here from Pax Europiana, this time from Linz. This is the so-called energy tower of Upper Austria. It's a huge, impressive building of the state-owned energy utility of Upper Austria. I'm here, of course, with my European flag. I'm here and I'm staging here this one-man protest against this company and the Austrian energy policy. Because I'm personally involved now 30 years in public policy, and in all the time we discussed about the European energy independence. Yes, when I was an assistant of Dr. Rübig in 2000, when Putin came to power, I still remember very much how we discussed everything. Yeah, it was very dangerous, we knew it, we discussed European energy independence, and we discussed that we shouldn't buy too much Russian energy because it was before the talk of European sovereignty, strategic autonomy, but you know, everybody knew then that this is not a good idea to be completely dependent on Russia. Now we are in 2022 and we are absolutely so dependent that even when the Russians make this terrible war against our friends in Ukraine, our partner country, our associated country, is devastated by this terrible war, then we cannot, by the danger of the social peace, not break with Russia in the energy sector, because Wolfgang Schüssel and his friends and also the left, let's never forget, here's the headquarters of the workers' chamber, and it's all united, basically the conservative establishment in the energy tower here and the left-wing establishment here in the workers' chamber. They were all addicted to these amazing fortunes which Putin gave to all his friends who are continuing to manipulate the energy market of Austria and Germany and Hungary into full dependency of Russia, making Putin rich, giving him now 8 years since 2014 and 14 years since 2008, when he basically started the new Cold War, giving him billions and billions, hundreds of billions of money to fund his army, to prepare for the war he always wanted to wage, and we are still not cutting the energy. But soon everybody here will be very European. I remind you, there's European flag here, very much. It's European flag, And on the 9th of May and before, now in this May week, which is so important for European history, and for absolutely with the Day of Liberation, the European Day, and all these important days in May, which we will celebrate, the 1st of May, the Day of EU enlargement, yes, the Day of the labor rights as well. We will now all raise the European flag very intensively, but nobody will say, I'm really very sorry because we fucked it up. Sorry, my language, The last 20 years of well-knowing and what is the nature of Putin in the Chechen war, in the Syrian war, in the many wars in between. We all knew how he was, how many people he killed, how many orders for killing he has done. But the gas was so cheap because Siberia is destroyed. Because of anti-Americanism, we were always against our own coal. We were against nuclear power. Upper Austria is the #1 country to fight against nuclear power, but not that anybody here makes a difference between Russian nuclear power, because today it's the day when Chernobyl exploded. So we don't make a case against the Hungarian nuclear power station, where today I learned the Polish even allow the Hungarians to fly the supplies for nuclear arms, energy production in Hungary over the airspace today. No, we don't make a campaign against Russian nuclear power, because it was Russian nuclear power which exploded in Chernobyl. I was in Linz here in '96, I remember. The rain was dropping on my head. It was exactly like that, and I was protesting already that. But this company, which actually was, when I was first in the stock exchange, very young, I was in 86, 88, and I got a bit of money from my parents, not so much as Trump. And it was like this, that we were thinking about, they were mentioning 1990 it was, I think, about privatization or partly privatization of this company. Yes, it's still in the hand of the state, So it's the politicians who are responsible for our energy politics, It's Thomas Stelzer and Karl Nehammer and Kurz, of course, They have made the big contracts now in the war with Russia. They have done the big delivery contracts and the Siberian gas projects. Yeah? And they are to blame, nobody else, because it's their companies. And that's exactly the situation. This pivot to the east, which we have started very intensively with Schüssel in 2006, yeah? I was already in the Balkans. That's something I really cannot take any responsibility in. Yeah? And this was an absolute disaster. It was very wrong, and I claim that this was artificially done for financial reasons by Wolfgang Schüssel and his complicit team. Alo Smog would turn into his grave, given that situation we are in today. I call for victory of Ukraine, but for that we need to cut the energy supplies from Russia completely. That's why I call for Scholz to be replaced by Merz, and also in Austria we have to purge from all these pro-Russians, mean it on the countryside level, mean it on the national level. Who sticks with Russian energy is the enemy of Europe, of the free world, of NATO, of the EU. Cannot claim to be a European if you buy Russian energy like that. And we are a European energy market. If you think we cannot cope, you are wrong. We can and we will. And this will be the foreign policy and the energy policy of the next decade. You will see that. If you stay with the Russians, your time is coming out very short. At least your time in power. And that must be very clear. So who raises the European flag, be sure that you also cut the Russian energy, and not in 2027, but now. Thanks a lot. And by the way, privatize this thing, bring it to the stock exchange, reduce the debt level, and do something decent here, and cut all the links with Russia. Thanks a lot. More to come from Pax Europiana. Bye.